I save lives every day in the ER, but I haven't seen a doctor for myself in 3 years. There's a lump I've been ignoring for 6 months. I'm too afraid of the medical bills to get it checked. My father needs medication for his diabetes that costs $400 a month. I pay for it while skipping my own preventative care. He raised me to be a nurse, and now I'm slowly breaking. My younger brother thinks I'm rich because I'm a nurse. He doesn't know I'm drowning in student loans and credit card debt. I smile and nod when he talks about my successful career. I treat patients with the same symptoms I'm ignoring in myself. Last week, I sent a woman for tests for a lump just like mine. The irony made me want to scream in the supply closet. My father asked why I look so tired all the time. I told him it's just long shifts. The truth is I'm exhausted from working double shifts to pay for his medication and my growing debt. I calculated my medical debt recently. Between my own student loans, my father's bills, and credit cards, I owe over $40,000. That's more than I make in a year as a nurse. My brother asked for help with his tuition. I wrote a check I couldn't afford, then cried in my car afterward. He's going to be a computer scientist someday. I can't let my debt ruin his dreams. I fainted at work last week. My coworkers thought I was dehydrated. The truth is I've been skipping meals to save money, and my body is finally giving out from all the stress. Dr. Ramirez pulled me aside after my shift. She said she'd noticed me struggling. I was you 20 years ago, she told me. A nurse who couldn't afford her own care. Dr. Ramirez shared her story. She'd ignored her own health for years, racked up medical debt, and almost lost everything. Then she learned about financial literacy and turned her whole life around. She asked me one question that changed everything. When did you decide that everyone else's health matters more than yours? I couldn't answer because I'd never even thought about it. Dr. Ramirez helped me negotiate with the hospital for better pay. I'd never asked for a raise before. She taught me that my skills were valuable and I deserved fair compensation. I finally got the lump checked. Waiting for results was terrifying, but Dr. Ramirez held my hand in the waiting room. The relief of knowing was better than the fear of not knowing. The lump was benign. I cried with relief. But Dr. Ramirez reminded me that next time might be different. I needed to build financial security so I could afford preventative care. I created a real budget for the first time. I listed every expense, every debt, every dollar. Seeing it all on paper was scary, but at least I wasn't hiding from the truth anymore. I started a nurse consulting business on the side. Hospitals pay good money for experienced nurses to review their protocols. Dr. Ramirez introduced me to my first client. My brother got a part-time job when I finally told him the truth about our finances. He was upset I'd been hiding it, but mostly he was grateful. We started tackling debt as a family. We consolidated all our medical debt into one payment. I negotiated with the hospital where I work. They reduced some of my own bills. Being honest about my situation opened doors. I started investing $50 a month. Dr. Ramirez showed me how compound interest works. Watching my money grow felt like planting seeds for a future where I'm not constantly stressed. My father's diabetes medication became more affordable when we switched to a different pharmacy and used manufacturer coupons. Small changes added up to big savings over time. I stopped working double shifts. The money wasn't worth my health anymore. I started saying no to extra hours and yes to rest. My body thanked me almost immediately. We paid off my highest interest credit card. The relief was immediate. I called my brother to celebrate, and we both cried on the phone. Small victories matter so much. Dr. Ramirez introduced me to other healthcare workers struggling like I was. We formed a support group. Sharing our stories made us all feel less alone in our financial pain. I started a savings account specifically for my own healthcare. Putting that first $100 in felt revolutionary. I was finally prioritizing myself after years of neglecting my body. My father finally understood that I wasn't rich, just responsible. He started helping more around the house and cutting his own expenses. Our relationship became more honest and loving. We paid off the last of our medical debt. $45,000 gone. I felt like I could finally breathe after years of holding my breath through every bill and collection call. I got a promotion at work. Dr. Ramirez wrote me a recommendation letter. For the first time, I felt like I deserved success instead of feeling guilty about it. My brother graduated college debt-free because of our family's sacrifice. Watching him walk across that stage made every struggle worth it. The cycle of debt ends with our generation. I finally took a real vacation. Not visiting family, Not working remotely, just rest. My father watched my apartment while I went to the beach for the first time in years. I started teaching financial literacy to other nurses at the hospital. Dr. Ramirez helped me create the curriculum. Helping my colleagues feels like healing my own past self. I bought a small condo. The down payment came from money I'd saved, not borrowed. Walking into my own home felt like walking into a future I'd built with my own hands. My father's health improved once we could afford his medications consistently. Seeing him walk without pain made every financial sacrifice worthwhile. Some things are worth more than money. Dr. Ramirez and I now co-teach financial wellness to medical residents. The student became the teacher's colleague. She says I inspire her as much as she inspired me. I get regular checkups now. No more ignoring symptoms, no more avoiding doctors. I finally understand that taking care of myself isn't selfish. It's necessary for everyone who needs me. My consulting business now earns as much as my nursing salary. I still work as a nurse because I love it, but I don't have to. That freedom changes everything about how I show up at work. I helped my brother start his own investment account. Teaching him what I learned felt like completing a promise I made to myself years ago. The next generation starts ahead. The nurse who couldn't afford her own care now helps other healthcare workers build financial security. My scars became someone else's roadmap. That's the best kind of healing. Now when I treat patients with the same symptoms I once ignored, I tell them my story. Take care of yourself too, I say, because saving others means nothing if you're destroying yourself.